Welcome back. Now let's get the show on the road. Recently, that's on March 30th, the federal government released a list of some of those who, it alleged, looted the nation's treasury. The Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, released this list, and the list included officials of the past government. The names in the list revealed by the federal government include PDP chieftains who are currently being tried for corruption and financial crimes. When the federal government released its list, shortly after that, the PDP released its own list. So there's list and list and list, you know.
Yeah,
but
do you have your own list?
I don't know who's in stealing.
Okay. No, you might have a list of
No, I don't. Well,
other things.
Well, I have my own thoughts about who stole, but that is not the subject for today's discussion. We're talking about the one that
the federal government released.
The one that the government released and the one that the
PDP released.
In response. And to look at those lists with us this morning, as well as the fight against corruption, it's my pleasure to welcome development expert Abiodun Bamidele.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Nice being here this morning.
And with us in the studio in Lagos also is a social commentator, Mr. Oladende Ariyo.
Nice
Good
to
morning.
be back. Good morning.
He used to be a security expert. Yes, it's
I
the same Mr. Ariyo. And joining us from our studio in Abuja, we have a legal practitioner, Mr. Katch Onanuju. Good morning, Katch.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Now, let me start with you, sir, if I may. When the first list came out, of course, these are all allegations because nobody has been proven guilty of anything yet.
Exactly.
What were your thoughts when the first list came out? Were you surprised in any way?
Well, I wasn't surprised because what they did was to make official what was hitherto in public space. Okay? Virtually all the names on that list are people either being presently tried, okay, or being investigated according to what we've heard over the years from EFCC and ICPC, the two bodies saddled with fighting corruption in Nigeria. But what I found funny now is the fact that somebody's already been tried. It's not been convicted. On what platform is the government standing now to now declare them looters? You understand? We must still recognize the rule of law in all of these things. I found it unacceptable. They're already being tried. So don't say anything new. Okay? Maybe if you have stated that, okay, they are being prosecuted, it would have been a lot more acceptable to me. But making it look like you have cast iron proof against them and that rain or shine, they are going to jail.
Yeah, even if you have cast iron,
you take
it to the court.
And I'm saying rain or shine, that they are going to jail. It makes it look funny because as the government now saying that, oh, the judge told them up front that we will jail these people, so go ahead and release their names. Otherwise, they will end up being sued for defamation. Secondus already gone to court asking for 1.5 billion naira, if I'm not wrong. So for me, it's neither here nor there. It didn't add any chip to the shoulder of the government.
Mr. Bamidele.
You know, when I first saw the list for me, I tried to put the whole thing both in context and then in content. Now, when I say context, I will try to put these on three different contexts. Number one, political. Whether we like it or not, whether we agree or not, given the kind of environment we are in, there will be a lot of political allusions to what has happened. Some people are being witch hunted. Some people, I don't want to dwell so much on that, but that is the reality. Now, the second for me is the moral context. Because when I saw this list, yes, I agree with him 100%. These are people you have not proven guilty and all of that. But it places a burden of how we have become so moral bankrupt as a people. Permit me to use that word. I was trying to see if I can put these figures together, and at a point, I almost broke down in tears because I'm wondering, If this peradventure ends up being true, then nothing else than to say that we're a set of people with character leakage. Now,
Character deficient.
character deficiency. Thank you.
Okay, can you just hold your thoughts?
Okay.
Let's get Onanuju to weigh in on this
right.
so we can take a short break.
Okay.
Dr. Onanuju, what's your take?
Well, I thank you very much that we're finally talking about the looting of Nigeria. One way I can tell Nigerians is the very easiest way to find out those who looted Nigeria is to look at those who, out of fear of the EFCC, have now crossed over to the ruling party and are suddenly now declared saints. The looting occurred, and that was why the PDP said, look, we are sorry, but the sorry wasn't for looting. The sorry was sorry for us making mistakes to bring about this government, but also sorry for us making some mistakes as human beings when we're in government. But then what you now saw in the PDP was there were some band of people who actually did loot during the 16 years of PDP rule. What did they do? They connived, they took that money, they now sponsored a new government, and that was how they brought in President Buhari. President Buhari is a core beneficiary of the looting of Nigeria. Why has the anti-corruption campaign gone north? It's very simple. Because anybody who is accused and told that he's being wanted by EFCC, all he does is he goes to this village, he registers with the ward level of the APC, he comes back to Abuja, he goes to Magu of EFCC.
Okay.
He shows...
Onanuju, we'll have to go on a quick break. We'll come back and let you finish your thoughts. Please don't go away.